my next guest is always going to be remembered as Eliot Ness, the original Untouchable, as well as the host of Unsolved Mysteries. Please welcome Robert Stack. Man, you are the handsomest guy in the world. You really...
It's a veritable falsehood. We do catch people.
I know.
And we do good things and bring people together, and the dirty rats don't have a chance. And we caught a guy watching our show once.
No.
A crook, a real crook, and he said, "I gave up. It's my favorite show. I'll go to jail, but that's still my..." Like that. He was a very...
They caught him while he was watching the show? Didn't he see on TV the camera coming up to his house? That looks like my door! Someone's knocking at my door! I'm sorry. Now, we got to talk about this. I understand that you yourself were the victim of a crime a few weeks ago, and I'm thinking,
You're laughing. You were the victim of a crime, hardy hard.
Well, Andy, it's just that who would pull any nonsense with Robert Stack?
A fool. A fool.
But that's what most crooks are. They stole my...
You calm down, Andy.
They stole my daughter's car in our front driveway of our house.
It was in your driveway?
Yes, our driveway. And they were very clever. They stole a really old piece of car, and they went out shopping, and they wanted an Explorer, which was what my daughter had, and they saw that, and they left the old car, and they Slim Jim'd it and drove it away.
Who leaves a replacement car? That's what a rental agency does. We're stealing your car, here's a replacement. We filled the tank with gas.
And we were the only people on the entire block who sort of took pride in not having the gates. The gates. You know, the gates are closed. They keep out all the bad people.
Right.
So my wife now has the largest gates in Sing Sing. It closes with a clang. Can't get in.
But who, I would just think, these crooks, when they're getting away with the car and they look in the registration and they know that they've just stolen a Robert Stack car, fear would permeate my soul.
No, they're foreigners. Many of them are Russian. They don't speak the language.
Oh.
They speak the language of Gelt, but that's all they speak.
Right. But I would think that... I mean, have you used the show to try and get the car back? I would think since this happened, you could have on every show. It could just be, we will not discuss anything else till that car is found.
That car now is in little pieces halfway to Hong Kong. You know?
Right. It's done.
It's done.
Now, I want to talk about your voice for a moment because I think I've always thought this, you have an amazing voice, a very cool voice.
A cool voice.
I think it's a fantastic voice. I used to, when I watched The Untouchables, which played in my area when I was growing up, the reruns, when you used to say, what was it? You'd call for Rico.
Rico, young fellow, you take the back, I'll take the front.
It's so cool. I couldn't have gotten that role. I'd be like, Rico, young fellow, let's get in there.
Well, there used to be a thing, drop your voice, you've got the part. That was the way it used to be. And the radio announcers, many, many years ago, ask your grandfather, they stand up in front of those old microphones and they would listen to themselves. The compires and the 45. Wrong. If you got a voice, you don't do that. Just sort of kind of let it come out, hopefully.
Have they ever approached you? I mean, you must do voiceovers, right?
Yeah. And I used to do radio. And the greatest voice of all time, of course, was Orson Welles from Mercury Theater. He could do 5 separate voices, which is very hard. I could do 3. I could do little people up here. Then I would do accents and things. But now everyone's into animation. I just finished a thing with Hercules, where you have a chance to sort of stay in a small room and make $3 or $4 mimicking the person up there who's cartooned.
Well, you were also, speaking of cartoons, I was surprised to see your voice, or hear your voice, in the Beavis and Butthead movie. Now, what happened, because I haven't talked to you since I saw the movie, which was a while ago, but what happened when they first approached you about being in the Beavis and Butthead movie? Did you know who Beavis and Butthead were?
I had heard. I had never seen one, and I thought my agent was insane. And he said, no, not at all. He said, actually, you'll be working with Bruce Willis and Demi and Cloris Leachman and Letterman and Bogosian. I said, do they all owe him money? Why are they doing this?
Well, what did you think of the characters?
Well, the character was a cop, which I could associate with a little bit like... It's the White House. Yeah, a little bit changed in the voice.
Right.
But it cost me $550 to get a lawyer. I got paid $500, and it cost me $550 to get a lawyer to make sure that my name didn't appear in the listings.
You were, because, why? You thought that it would be a travesty?
I thought the producer of Unsolved Mysteries, having seen me in Beavis and Butthead, I might never work again.
Why did Robert Stack take this part? It's a mystery.
Cost me $50 to do it, but anyway.
Did you get good money for doing the voice?
$500, and it cost me $550 for the
What do you
lawyer.
mean they paid you $500 to do the voice?
Well, that's because
that movie made $100 million.
That's big. I did it because I'm a lover of stars like you, and all of a sudden they start throwing Bruce Willis and Demi Moore and stuff like that, and man, I want to get aboard.
Oh, thanks for lumping me in with them, pal.
You said it. I heard you on a thing called television.
Well, next Tuesday and Wednesday, you're at Carnegie Hall. This sounds interesting. It's for a tribute to Judy Garland.
Yeah. Yeah, she was a darling. I knew her from the very beginning when she was Frances Gum with the Gum Sisters.
That's
she was
right.
12 years old, and I was told to go see this little girl, and I was 14. I said, I don't think 12-year-old girl's really my type. I wanted somebody like about 19. But we went there, and sure enough, the three girls were singing, and they were wearing little bobby soxes and little cheerleader outfits on, and the girl in the middle was called Frances Gum. And she sang Zing with the Strings of My Heart, kind of like a small Ethel Merman, and she was a darling. She was wonderful, and I knew her then, and I knew her through some of her travails, and I loved her. She was a darling lady.
That's great that you can be part of this then.
Yeah, very
That's
happy.
a very cool thing.
Very
Mr.
proud.
Stack, always a pleasure when you're here.
Thank you.
Please come back. Would
Thank
you do
you.
that?
Thank you.
Very much. Robert Stack, everybody. We're going to take a break. Very funny comedian from Ireland, Ed Burns, so stick around.